And showing off. You showing off you got teeth? It's okay.
There we go. We are rolling and we are going up.
It sounds like a torture chamber over there. Thank God you can do it all, Aaron, okay? You do sound effects, yes. Turn on the mic, turn off the mic. Get people to act, get people to react, because not reacting is acting. It's true. It's not reacting is acting. Amazing that this woman named Uta Hagen, who had a place small as this, is now a star. Is it because she's dead? Or because I owe her money? Oh, God, HB Studios. I mean, you would thought that it was, like, beautiful, big, and set up, and it just wasn't. And then I got this bright idea. Why don't I have an agent in my building? Isn't that genius? Mark says, you do that, he will never pay the rent. And I'm like, Mark, he's my friend. Okay? Famous last words. Mark says, he's your friend, he'll move out in the middle of the night. And he did. And I took his bottle of Cristal. I don't know why I was so angry. I just ran in there and took anything. And I just took a bottle of Cristal. And we had it one. But you know what? He's a real agent. And he was with the IDF, if that means anything. I don't know. But he's out of his mind. He's probably watching, because he does watch. And Bruce Kibo, I love you, but you know I don't like when you make Mark right. Now, you're not my friend, because you made him right. Some people like when people are right. I don't. I don't want Mark to be right. Because when he's right, when he's not right, I'm going to break up with him. So I told my mother, you want a steak? Did you say steak because I have no teeth? Oh, mistake. Oh, why don't you call me Mistake instead of Miss Fang? Oh, like that, up in the Kool-Aid, you know what I'm saying? I don't know, I wish you kids were born like 30 years ago so you know what fun was. Now you can't even get high. You get high, you die. You can't even get high a little bit, not even a little bit. It's like a granule could just take you out. It's terrible, a granule. You're not smoking anything, you just have to be exposed to it. Let it be out there. And everybody laughed at me with aspartame. That fentanyl will take you out too. That aspartame, I'm allergic to it, so people play jokes, they'll go and blow it on me. I don't know why that's funny. You know, I just don't know it. They'll go right on me. It's terrible. You're like, I could die from this, you know, and then they go two hands. It's like, watch your lips turn red. See, because if my lips turn, if I turn white, you know, then you got to call 911. They ask you these stupid questions, like, especially with black people, they'll ask you these questions. Do you see a change in skin color? I don't know. Yes, how would I know if I have a change in skin color? All I have are the whites in my eyes to work with. See? I still have eyes. All right, that's good. That's good. I'm glad I have eyes. I did want to talk about something that's happening, is that, you know, if you guys are doing sketch at all or thinking of doing sketch, they're having a festival. Somebody had reached out to me. It'll come to me, but you should have a sketch ready anyway. Now, Anya works with somebody on Tuesdays. I think it's Tuesdays, but you need an improv gig. You need to be able to do it, where someone just throws a basketball to you and says, okay, you're the baker, and this is a famous restaurant. Go. That's the stupid stuff they do to you. It's so true, though. It's acting, you know. It's just like... Now, see, Anya could do some stuff with it, be like, yeah, I'm needing it, right? I can't do anything like that. I'm going to fall. And I know I'm going to fall. The other thing is, you got to get your stuff up on Actors Casting Frontiers. Because when people say, well, I can't do this because I have to pay for it, you have to pay for it until you get an agent, and your agent pays for it. But I'm not paying for it. That's over. I mean, I got to pay for this, too? I'm already paying to go up in your place. You know what we should do? We should just, like, every time somebody comes in, make them put their finger in something to see how much energy they take out of the room. Just, maybe we could, like, take that energy and put it in something good. Like, I don't know, maybe we could do the lights with this. We don't even have to pay the lights. Just like our energy. Anybody ever use a TENS machine? No? Everybody's in perfect shape. No, you had something a brace on your ankle once. What was it, your foot, Anya? Oh, I thought you were drinking less oil. You know what? I can't. I'm a housewife, and I shouldn't be thinking that. Because my husband's always threatening me that he's going to put me in jail. I'm trying to poison him. Yes, it is. But I'm not trying to poison him. I'm not. It's just like, it just happens that he sits down next to a jar of cleaner. So he wasn't there one day, and I got ready to drink my cranberry juice, and it was Mistoline, a Spanish cleaner. I knew it. It smelled like a French. It smelled like a French whore. It was terrible. I opened it. I was like, "Ooh, this cranberry juice smells like I'm gonna die because I killed myself." All right. What do you do if somebody kills themselves in front of you, though? Right? Do you run because you don't want to see it, or do you help, or do you say, "Nah, on my floor"? Oh, I'm so sorry. That's the worst part of it. They're gonna poop and everything. You gotta clean that up and make believe it didn't happen in your place. Bring them outside as quickly as possible. Kick them if you have to. Get them out. Just roll them under. Out. Get out of my house. He wasn't in here. I was buying Girl Scout cookies. All right, because I love politics. Let's start from let's take it from the start. Well, first of all, let's say thank you to Samantha Linderman for being here tonight. Your comedy concierge. Your director of acting over there is the one and only Aaron McIntyre. And, of course, your in-house photographer is Hunter White. And if you need something done on Instagram, please don't call me. Maybe Billy can help you, but I can't. People say to me, you're not too old to learn. Probably not. But I'm not learning now. All right. How do you unlearn making cocaine? I just thought about that. How do you unlearn that in your head? People say you have to be very smart to do that. Your IQ level has to be so high to be able to do that. I'm just thinking, I could have been a real trap queen. Trap queen. No, I'm just kidding. He sounds a little bit like a seal, right? I want to start off very, very strong, very, very happy. And I got somebody here that's going to be all right. Let's get up our photographer, the one and only Hunter White.
Keep it going for Sunda. Her saying very, very happy. I'm not very, very happy, guys. I'm going through a breakup.
No.
Yeah. That's a weird phrase, going through a breakup. Right? Like, we broke up, but now I'm like going through it. Right? It's like the only time society's like, yeah, man, you can be sad for like 3 weeks. Like, you're good. Thank you, Mark. He is my audience. I did not think that was going to hit him, but I'll go with it. I feel like I was the one to end it, which is weird. Yeah, better? I don't know. They say it would like hurt less, but like I used to self-harm and that didn't hurt this much. Right? Like, I don't know. Hold on 1 second. Blah, 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 blah. Like, this is the worst pain in the world I've ever experienced. But honestly, guys, and I think you were hinting at this, the one thing that is a positive is because I did it, I did win. Right? Like, I got the last word. Like, now I'm deciding. So, yeah, it was better. I don't know. It's like, I don't know. I'm trying to take all the wins I can. Because, like, I don't know, as a freshly single man in his early 30s, like, that's dangerous, right? Like, I'm in a vulnerable position, right? Like, I'm one cocaine and Reddit night away from getting really into Andrew Tate and calling women females, right? Like, when people go through a breakup, like, often they change, like, everything about themselves, like, often in, like, opposition to the other person. And, like, my, ex, which I've never said, that's weird. She is a queer and neurodivergent therapist who serves those populations. So I would have the greatest conservative arc you could imagine. My name is Hunter White, y'all. I got the name of a Republican and the complexion of a Mexican. No one will see me coming. And I started as like a right-wing Alex Jones Southern, like, the vaccines are making the trans queer. Okay. I meant to say autistic, but we're rolling with it. I don't know. It was 4 years, which is a long time. That's a really long relation. The only 2 longer relationships were that of my barber of 10 years, because a man and his barber, very special. It's sacred. It's like a woman and her therapist. They know everything. And the other was a plant I got 2 weeks before lockdown. I took that plant on a plane in a bag from New York to California. I work on my relationship, guys. And neither one of those plants or barber ever thought I was not paying attention enough to their emotions. Guys, I'm a comedian with BPD. My emotions matter. Mine. Like, we did the work, we did the whole thing. I'm like really proud that we like did it, because like there comes a point like in a long relationship where you have to like decide like, okay, we're gonna do the work, we're gonna do what we can, we're gonna make it work, but nobody tells you that doing the work is just crying and then talking about it. Right? I don't know about y'all, I love crying, don't really like talking about it. Right? Like I'll cry, you can observe or leave the room, we will never speak about it. Remember how she was a therapist? Maybe you can see why it didn't work out. And I don't know, it's, people say like to do things you wanted to do like as a kid, like things that would make you feel alive. So that brings me to this point. Aaron, give it up for Aaron McIntyre on the board. On the back of your car, you have a skydiving bumper sticker. Yo, can you put me in contact with someone to make that happen? Yo, I've always wanted to skydive, and Sarah would hate it, so now is the time. I don't know, it's just super weird. Like, on one hand, like my feelings are all over the place. Like, on one hand, I will make out with anybody anytime. But on the other, I want to be touched by nobody forever. You know? Like, what? It's weird. Like, I bought a sex toy at Target. That was a weird impulse purchase. It's like, what do I gotta get? Shampoo, conditioner, can't forget soap. Ooh, what's that? A fake vagina. Let's see what employee we can get to open this plastic case. This is fun. You guys are cool. Thank you so much. I got one more thing. I don't know, it's really hack to be like, oh, it's such a different world than when I was single before. But it really is. Like, AI was not a thing 4 years ago. And like, as a single man in my 30s, I feel it's my duty to get a VR headset. Because I don't want a relationship, but I'd make love to a computer. Like, I could have an AI girlfriend tonight. And I know you're thinking, like, Hunter, don't do that. That's not real. There are no real feelings, real emotions. Yeah, y'all, I dated a therapist for 4 years. You know what I'm not looking for? Real emotions. Thank you very much. My name's Hunter White. You guys have been cool. Appreciate it. Have a great night. Oh, you can find me on the internet at My Name is Hunter and no longer in couples counseling. Thank you.
That's great. That's great stuff. You guys got to break up more often. Pain gives you great material. It really does. Think about it. Now you're going to hear the first song you said when you were dating. You're going to hear that every time you're driving and you're at a red light and you're waiting for it to turn green again and again. Then you go to a stop sign, you're waiting for that to turn green. But they don't get high now. Just don't fall into that shit. No powder, no pills, no getting high. No more, no blow, no blow. No. Because you'll die. It's not, you can't get high anymore. You're going to die.
I got my time.
They can't do it anymore. You just get high, you die. Just remember that. It's not even like, when you watch Studio 54 videos, you're just like, they didn't die. Look what they were doing. Listen, I have something beautiful I'm going to wear here one day. I have a generated diamond. Not generated, a laboratory diamond. Have you heard of this? Yes. They're gorgeous. They are gorgeous. Not that I don't love the one my husband gave me. Speaking of, let's bring him on stage because he's just really going to be funny tonight. All right? Come on, let's get up. Don't you dare fall asleep right now. Come on, Mark, get up. For America's sweetheart, come on.
Very nice to follow a man named Hunter today, considering that Hunter Biden has managed to make a damn fool of himself on national TV. All right, so here I am. The news story of the week is Hunter Biden getting up and cursing out George Clooney, Barack Obama, you name him, he cursed him. He's sitting there looking at this podcast like a wild man. God knows he must be up in Malibu enjoying himself on some beautiful home that he ain't paying the rent on. Because he's just standing there and you see these eyes. Sundar walks into the room and goes, he's high. I mean, they're just wide open, but what's scary about it is he looks like an old drunk sailor. And he's saying, this is the best thing. And he wants to run for president. Could you effing imagine Hunter Biden as president of the United States? Who's clapping? You? You'd probably vote for AOC. You even look like Zoran Mondami. Please, this is insane what's going. Hunter Biden is up there going, fuck George Clooney. He dropped more F-bombs. Yeah, oh yeah, it's all true. This is one of those days. On top of it, all right, we got the head of national security outing Obama and the rest of them. They wanted to have the Epstein files released. Well, they went and they dug deeper and they found the Obama files. They actually did try make up the Russian collusion story. I can't wait to see Adam Schiff's face. I hate that man. They paid him more for making him a senator. You know that. Horrible human being. Anyhow, so here I am leaving the building because it's the annual board meeting, and we got this woman who keeps running for the board telling everybody, you're not professional. This friggin' old Russian, you know what? You know, she don't leave you alone. She doesn't wear any clothes. Lord knows she's had liposuction 3 times. You have to understand, this is not being run professionally. Well, I got the receipts because I pulled out her conviction for Medicaid fraud. So we're going to make sure she ain't on the building. I hope you're watching.
Stop it.
No, I do. Well, no, she's at the meeting right now telling everybody, you're not smart. I'm the smartest person. What is it about Russians? I don't get it. They can't help but try to be the smartest, most cleverest person in the room, yet they always chump their own hand. Biden with the Ukraine. Oh, yeah. Do you know that the Russian soldiers had 3 things in their pack? Condoms, their dress uniforms, and sneakers. Because they thought it was going to be 1 week they were going to be in Kiev, raping all the Ukrainian women and going to dances. Guess what? It didn't work out. They're getting their buns put out of the fire by the Koreans. Kim Il Sung or whatever the latest Kim is, you can't keep track of which Kim is which. All right, they all look alike, short and tubby. All right, they do crazy things like execute brother-in-laws with anti-aircraft rounds. You ever hear of a little overkill? An anti-air? They can't even get a destroyer into the ground without it rolling over. This is the most useless country on earth. Cold, freezing, and they send their people there and they forbade them to eat the Russian rations. They sent them there with 1 fucking grain of rice and 1 thing of K-ration and said, die. All right? Now all they have coming back, they're exporting out from Russia to Korea, is boxes filled with Koreans. It's fascinating. Russia has turned into a beggar nation. And it's not funny anymore. What's funny about Putin? But the funny part is, this woman on the board, or wants to be on the board, she sits there and she tells me, you know Putin very good. I, what? You see, it's very complicated with Ukraine. I said, what's complicated? It's complicated. You see, the Russians, they've been abused. I said, really? And how many drones do they want to fire to stop themselves from being abused? All right? Not to get too deep into politics, but you learn that the people who like to throw rockets usually aren't in the right. There's no reason to throw rockets. They won't even sit down and talk. So the third thing today on the news is the interview of the Iranian foreign minister. Now, I've lived in Beverly Hills, or Beverly Hills adjacent, a long time, all right? There's an interesting thing about Persians. They always worry about their rights. It's my right. He says, it's our right to enrich uranium. What do you need enriched uranium for other than make a bomb? And then Brett Baer said to him, but you just want to use it on the Jews. And he said, no, the Jews are oppressing the poor Palestinians. We believe that they have a right to exist. Well, that's a new one. But you can't believe them. Because Persians just lie. So last week at the meeting, this is a great one. This woman's on the board of directors of this condominium. Next thing we know, the single electric charger for electric cars has a lock on it. And the only people with the key are her boyfriend, and their family. So everybody said, well, where did you get a hold of this? It's mine. Why is everything yours? I've never seen a more inquisitive people in my life. And then she said, well, how did you get it? The man, he gave it to me. I said, liar. They just can't help themselves. So she's standing there yelling at me last week, saying, you testified against Board. You betray us. I said, what are you talking about? I had a subpoena in my hand. I'm an officer of the court. Oh, I know. You wanted me to do what you people do, lie on the witness stand. I said, that's right, and we want to give you the checkbook here? Because you lied about the electric charger. You see, this has been one of those funny weeks where the news is too weird to be true. It just is. It is the craziest thing watching people self-destruct, and I can stand up here and rant and rave about the news, but it's too crazy to be true. But the best line I heard today was David Mamet. He had two. One directed to Hunter. All right? See, comedy is supposed to attach you in your soul. So he was making comments about Colbert. Oh, yeah, we forgot about Colbert getting his ass kicked off the air. That wasn't supposed to be a poem. Truth is, I never watch late night TV. That's just boring. You see, and this is what David Mamet said. Do you all know who David Mamet, the playwright, is? Gary Glenn Ross? You're too young. Anyhow, Mamet said, he said, comedy is not, he said, what happens on late night TV is you get a lot of people applauding when they say stupid things like, kill Nixon, all right? That's what, but getting a laugh out of them, you never hear anybody laughing. You hear people chuckling. All of a sudden, you hear one person in the back of the room go, and then you know they're going to get rabbit ears on stage. You know what rabbit ears are. You guys all get it. You see one guy in the back of the room that's laughing, and the whole act gets pitched to that one person. All right? Rabbit ears, you know? Like Bugs Bunny looking for carrots. I will credit that to the biggest man on earth, Tim Davis. Anyhow, former head manager of Stand Up New York. Funny guy. Best line of Tim is, I don't know why they need a piano for cabaret. It's a prop. It's a prop. We ought to take away the microphone here. It's a prop. It's a prop. We got to get up on stage and turn out your underwear. I tell you, some of those people, they turn out their underwear, you're going to get quite a package. But you sit there, and I'm sorry. It's just that Stephen Colbert is a parody of himself. He started his career making believe he was a stupid Republican. That's all. He was playing a conservative wearing a suit, I think on one of the Jon Stewart iterations or something like that. The only person who never made a Jon Stewart was, what's his name again? Howard Felder. They threw him under the bus. God knows where he is now. I'd hate to think of him, going through garbage cans in La Brea. Anyhow, just to end it, as Sunda led her routine about fentanyl, after watching the stories today about the intelligence community making up the story about the Russian collusion, I now believe the 1996 story about the CIA flooding black communities with crack cocaine. That is now a true story. Now, I always believed it because, excuse me, I'm a white man. I need proof. Though I've always believed it because I've been in a black family. But in 1996, there was one guy who controlled the crack cocaine trade, Freeway Rick Ross. Freeway Rick Ross was getting his cocaine from the CIA. I never really had a proof of it, though I did believe it because I never trust the government. There's nothing to trust there. But but now I truly believe it. Our intelligence community. Why did they all come out of there being millionaires? I haven't figured it out yet. Oh yeah. So it's the end. So Hunter's worst nightmare, other than Barack Obama, who he now hates, and George Clooney and Amal Clooney. She's, by the way, what did they used to call those women, the skinny ones with the heads? Lollipop heads? George Clooney's married to a lollipop head. I've never seen a woman with as big a head that's skinny. Anyhow, going backwards, all right, talking about the crack cocaine, talking about the CIA, it's on your phone. I just sent it to you by text. Anyhow, 1996, this guy said that they were flooding the neighborhood with crack cocaine. But now the intelligence community has been turned out to see what they really are. All right? Crooks. Crooks. Now, if you think about it, you're a CIA agent in Nicaragua, and there are these tons of cocaine that they can't move. And you're thinking to yourself, I got a mortgage to pay. I got 3 kids to put through college. I'm just going to take a bag. And it's funny how that bag grows into a truck, grows into a trunk full, grows into a submarine full, goes into a plane full. Because here's what was really going on. Forget about that major, whatever his name was, that was running the Iran-Contra guns. Bottom line was, those planes were coming back empty. They were coming back with cocaine, and they were being made into crack right here in the United States. But the end of my rant tonight, can you imagine if it was fentanyl? There'd be an awful lot of dead people.
Yes. Yes, you've just taken care of that desire for me to get high. So it's a good thing. How come when Mark gets off, everybody has a question? Nobody has a question when I go up stage. Ever. Nobody has a question. Try me. Try me. Very carefully. Very carefully. Here we go with the, oh my God, the friggin' radiator. We have to do a night of co-stories. Because when you see a Negro jump out and then cook that shit on a radiator. No, it was not me. I'd sit in the car. He popped a Trump to this Stingray, and he looked on the side like this at me, and he had that little beaker, and he was smiling, and he was shaking it, and I was like, what? He was like, yeah, we could do it. This is easier. He goes, we'll do it right here. The steam was coming up, coming up, coming up. And he did it right there and smoked it on the way there. Now, you know what? He was the mayor's son, though. And when he died, the mayor, the wife took over. Isn't that crazy? Only in America, which is why I'm bringing you up next. I'm going to say it right, guys, because I want you to know that he's going to make, he's going to make his country, because this is his country, right? Because he's here. But he's going to make his country a star, just like the music of Tavares. We now give you the one and only Agnello Lobo.
Hello, everybody. I'm starting to dress really nice when I come to LA because of ICE. And I don't want to get pulled over, you know. And it just reminds me, so I was born on the Cape Verde Islands, most of you know. But it comes back to me like how I got here on a boat. I was 1 year old. I was one. And I went through the process, okay? I had to go through the process, pay all the fees to become a U.S. citizen. And I went down there, and I had studied really hard, and when I got there, there was a man behind the desk, and he had a U.S. pin, and he had a big USA ring. And I go, oh, this is going to be tough. And he said, okay, Angelo, you have 2 more questions. Who's the first president of the United States? He was Filipino. And I'm thinking in the back of my mind, a Filipino guy's about to make me a United States citizen. But I got this question. I thought it said, George Washington. He said, okay, you want to go one more? Why was the Constitution written? For who? I said, oh, that's easy. I'm thinking, man, I can't fail this. I stepped back. I said, it's for the United States of America. He says, no, that's wrong. It's for the people. The people of the United States. He said, okay, you got it. So I take my paper, I go to the window, and they stamp it, and they said, you're Mexican. I said, I'm not Mexican, I'm from the Cape Verde Islands. They didn't know where it was. And they're laughing inside. He's not Mexican. We got to change it. So they changed it. Here I am. All right. For this next performance, I need an official heckler. Who would be my heckler? No one? Okay, I got a heckler. Oh, I'm going to talk to you like my grandmother used to talk to me. Translation, I love you.
A lot of words.
Ah, another heckler. Epamostrab and the pegab na nong and the mostrab. So glad you're here.
Just say so.
Panfrabugo. Ebo entan mostrabu kumamanya butasienta. Translation?
Nobody wants to go out with a Filipino woman.
I love you. We need a heckler. All right, well, the real reason I came here tonight is because I missed all of you. Yeah, it's been a long year, crazy year. Things have been happening on the news. We don't know. We don't know if it's real or fake. And the girl that I was dating before, you know, the one that smokes weed, she came back into my life. She called me. She says, look, I'm going to smoke a flat one. Flat one. I said, go ahead, do all that, and then come over. Get back to the munchies. She came over, but I couldn't take it. She was shaking. She got paranoid. Who's that across the street? I said, it's my neighbor. Who's that around the corner? I said, that's the police. Oh, shit, I got to go. You know, I really know I want to bring in, you know, you ever hear those passport bros? Right? They fly into like Colombia and they got all these beautiful women. I want to do that. And when they come back with me, if they piss me off and right before the 90-day mark, I'm like, hey, immigration's coming. Gotta go. But that's messed up. That's messed up. Because they're really pretty. I want to go live there. What are you going to do? Life is just upside down. We don't know where we're coming and going. I went to the bank the other day and they froze my account. I'm saying, wait, my money. It's not your money, it's my money. How are you going to freeze my account? Well, Mr. Lowe, you got some bills due, and this thing is you overdraft. That's why I have overdraft protection. You're supposed to go into this account to move that account. Why didn't you do that? Well, we were going to do that, but there's no money in that account. So what do? You have to put more money in. And she went like this. What does this mean? I didn't know what this means. Okay, so I admit it. I wrote a check to myself. I put it in the ATM, and I went in there and I took the money out. What's no harm, no foul? It's my money, right? I wrote the check. I put it in the air. I took the money. She calls me in. Mr. Lobo, you can't write a check to yourself and take the money out. I said, why not? It's my money. The check is paid to me. So why not? That's fraud, Mr. Lobo. Oh, I didn't know that. Don't call ICE on me, man. Well, yeah, life and times. I'm still on the dating app. Been on there for years. Seems like it's great until you meet one. You go on a date. You spend $100, you spend $500. She took me for a ride. It was in the back of the vehicle. I couldn't resist. She said, "Wait, you have a Toyota?" I said, "Yeah, Toyota." No, the other day, seriously, this is really what happened. I was behind an ambulance. And all of a sudden, the ambulance made a right turn. I was going right. And this cooler fell out of the back. And it fell out, and I pulled over, and I opened it up, and it was a human toe that big. I said, damn. You know what I did? I called a tow truck. One of my favorite comedians was Red Fox. And one of the things I loved, right before I got married, me and my fiancée were watching a movie, and he said, yeah, I was dating this girl, and she told me, I want you to fuck me and hurt me. And I liked that. And he goes, yeah, so I fucked her real hard, and I hit her with a brick. So my fiancée at the time looked at me and said, can you fuck me and hurt me? I said, yeah, baby. I did her all night. Got up next morning, we're going to work. Refreshed, we come on top of the stairs, and I pushed her. Ah, what'd you do that for? I fucked you, but I didn't hurt you. Yeah, I don't know, life and times. It's nothing like when the ex calls you up, you got my check? I said, yeah, it's coming, but I just wrote the check to the bank, and the money didn't come out. It came out, but she said I got to pay it back, plus $35. So and I got to pay you right now. I'm a little behind. Can you wait? I can't wait. I need this right now. Yeah, you know, what are you going to do? Go smoke a joint. Oh, those days you smoke pot, huh? That's some good shit. Good shit. Good shit. I never got that. You know, you smoke a fucking nice joint and you're about to die and you end up saying it's some good shit.
You know, right?
You're like your lungs are coming out of your chest. You okay? Yeah, it was some good shit. Yeah, I like that idea. Come up with some stories about drug use. I never forgot when I saw the light. Thank you. I'm going to wrap it up. But I never forgot when I really got so high. I'm in Vegas, and I got all of these prostitutes going all over the place. And you know, when you're young, single, having fun, it's great. But there's just absolutely nothing you can do with the prostitutes when you're on coke. It just kills your sexual appetite, man. And they're just wondering, what's going on? What's going on? You ain't doing me. No, I want the coke. I don't want you. I want the coke. Hey, that's my time. Really happy to be here. Thank you.
Oh, my God. You guys and your coke. It's worse when you go out with a stutterer.
Oh my God.
A stutterer who lies about ejaculating. And is on blow. And he just used to say, I'm coming. I was like, when? And then he's like, hold my hair. And I didn't know it was going to come off. And that was real scary. And I told my mother that he was faking that. And she goes, you know what he is, honey? He's a faggot. And I said, how do you know? And she goes, you have to be very careful up there. That's what she would say all the time. She was right about him. She was. And it was my girlfriend's grandmother that he got while he went to jail first. It's a true story, and I'm sorry to say true story, but you know what? That's okay. Let's give it up for your comedy concierge this evening, the one, the only, Samantha Linderman. Yeah, let's hear what's new and different.
New and different? I don't have that. Hey guys, how are you? Good? Angelo, I didn't know 500 was too much. You should have told me. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. A vehicle, that's so funny. I've spent more on Ubers to dates than I have had money spent on me on the date. Is that sad and sick and twisted? A little bit. I don't know. The apps are crazy. The problem for me with the apps is the deals that they give you for the subscription. Like, it's not even so much like the people. It's like, well, I can't do it. I don't want to talk about it. It's really bad, though. Let's just say I have like a couple year subscriptions. And then my head's like, well, what if I meet somebody and I have to delete it? So I'm in a really tough spot with that. I need to keep Tinder for like 10 more months, and then I'll be ready to find the one. But you talk about sex toys at Target, which is really, I'm glad you brought it up. I had to buy one for my cousin once at Target, and there's nothing like buying a sex toy for your cousin. Do you know what I mean? I'm like, which one do you want? She's like, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Like, what are you scared of? It's Target. But when you're a Jew in Pico Robertson, there is reason to be scared at your local Target. You know it's bad when you walk in and the guy says to my mom, like, long time no see. And I was like, you were literally here 3 days ago. She goes, I know, it's been a long time. It's been a long time. She loves finding autistic sales people and cashiers. She goes, I love when they hire them. I love that they have them there. And it's crazy. And his name's Alex. It's crazy. It is so crazy. Good to see you, ma'am. She's like, hi. It's her walk of fame. Sometimes she wears red to Target just for fun, just to fuck with people. And she knows where everything is. One time I got so upset with my parents, I was taking, the Gateway antidepressant Prozac. And I was on the phone with the pharmacist, and I was like, yes, Samantha Linderman, you know who my family is, and that's why I take Prozac. And then I was like, is there HIPAA here? I was like, please don't tell my mom I said that. And then I told her I said that, and she was like, why would you say that? One time she was there to buy pull-ups for my sister, who was 7 at the time. And they looked at my mom and they said, another baby? And she was like, no. One time I was in the elevator with my mom. I was probably around 7. And it was me and my mom and like 10 Asian people. And they looked at me and her and they said, beautiful baby or grandbaby to my mom. And I like could feel like my mom be so upset. We get out of the elevator and she goes, honey, they all think we look the same. And I was like, I don't think that's true. Based on how dad drives, I don't think that's true. I don't know, they all think, ooh. See, people have no problem with they, them if they're talking about, an entire group of people. But we can't use it for one part. I don't know. I don't understand. The job's good. Like my dad says my jokes aren't landing about working with kids. So I guess I'll just keep doing them just to prove him wrong. Just to prove him wrong. He has to come up here. He can't talk until he comes up here. No, I'm kidding. You guys don't want that. You don't want... We already had another Linderman on stage. My mom tried to... So my mom's like, I can't... She's like walking up. She's like, I can't go on. Excuse me. I can't. Excuse me. I'm sorry. And she's on stage and she makes Sunda stay on stage. And Sunda starts talking and she keeps interrupting her. And I was like, you could have done this yourself. Actually, it was and I was like, oh my God. We're seeing Diana Ross this weekend. I just need you to know that I'm going to live stream it. If she's not live streaming, I'm going to live stream it. Because that's going to be crazy. Just getting to the seats. I don't want to think about it. We're going to Uber. We're going to get Uber. Car service. One time, Sunda and I were going to a gig. Yeah, we do gigs. Yeah, we do. Marina Del Rey, the French. Need I say more? Need I say more? I won't. Beverly, oh my God, Beverly Hills, not even. That's where I had caviar for the first time. And we were in the Uber, and she keeps asking the Uber driver, like, so what kind of company is this? Do you know what the show's going to be like? All this stuff. And he's like, ma'am, I am an Uber driver. Like, I do not work at this event. Like, I don't, but you seem funny. I don't know. She just, that happens sometimes. And I've kind of adopted this Sundaism where I'll be in the car and I'll see someone, I go, who is that? Like, how are you supposed to know everybody? Who is that? Who is that woman? Where's her bra? No. Like, I don't know. I have that problem now. And everyone's like, why would you know her? And I'm like, because sometimes I know people. Sometimes I know people, but not all the time. Yeah, Target with my mom. Sex toy at Target. You do have to call someone over to open the things that you want nobody to know that you're buying. Do you know what I mean? It's like you're buying Plan B genuinely for your friend. And you're like, yeah, my friend had a really hard night. Like, and it's genuine. And it's like nobody actually gives a fuck. One time I had to pick up another cousin's bacterial vaginosis medication at the pharmacist, right? And I'm like waiting in line. And I look up and it's like the hottest man like I've ever seen, and his name was Connor, and the guy I was like kind of seeing at the time was named Connor, and he looked like handsome Shrek, and my Connor looked like Shrek. Do you know what I'm saying? Where I was like, oh shit, am I like awake right now? What happened? I was he was like 4 inches taller. I don't know. Suddenly the hair gel didn't bother me. No, but and I hear the woman in front of me like saying to him, I'm so sad you're gonna go, but good luck in grad school. And I'm like, okay, it's his last day. It's our first meeting, and he's gonna think I have BV. Let's just say we're engaged. No, I never saw him again. But I was like, yeah, this isn't for me. And he was like, oh no, it's okay. And I was like, no, really, like, I'm okay. Are you okay? And he gave me a pamphlet, and I'm like, what's? No, I'm kidding. They should give out pamphlets more. I really do feel that way. I got very upset at my gynecologist, who's also my regular doctor, which my mom said we should fix that. I think it's like incest. Like, it's just too much. It's like, why is she both? But she has this really thick Italian accent, which I obviously love. And so she's leaving me a voicemail about blood test results. And she's like, everything's normal, except, and you're going to be fine. And I was like, no way you left me a voicemail like that. And I'm trying to be more like my mom to push back. You know, I called and I was like, I want to speak to her live. I want to speak to her on the phone. I want a FaceTime. And they said, well, you know, she's had a family emergency. I hate to say this, but you're a doctor. Like, what is the emergency? Like, you can't fix it. You're a doctor. I don't know. Does nobody else feels that way? Now I have to pay a yearly subscription, not just for Tinder. I don't have to pay for Tinder. I know. And I paid for the wrong one, too. There's like red, gold, silver. I was like, damn, I should have got gold for $15 more. No. But I have to pay for a subscription to my gyno/physician. And I was like, what is that for? You know, do I get Netflix, too? My mom didn't know what Netflix and chill was. I was going to see my cousin, and she was like, you guys get a Netflix and chill? I said, stop it. And she goes, what? What? I can't talk about what you're going to do? I never see you. I never see you. You're running out of the house. You're running out of the house. You never make time for me. It's a problem. Yeah, we should be in couples count. No. It would be great, but it'll never happen. Again, no, it's already happened. There's nothing like a family session. There's nothing like a family session. When it's your therapist and she's saying, listen to them, and I go, I thought you were on my side. But they always say, okay, Sheldon, maybe you take a break. I hear you. Alex, anything? But I told her, I was like, do you not know what Netflix and chill means? She goes, it's watching Netflix, come on in, and chilling. And I go, no, Mom, it means sex. And she's like, right. And she goes, you make everything weird. Like, everything has to be sex and drugs and rock and roll. And then I pulled up ChatGPT and I was like, look. And she was like, oh, I'm sorry. So yeah, my family's fun. They wouldn't come tonight. I couldn't convince them. That's fine. What do I have? What? We're gonna go to Diana. We're gonna open for Diana Ross. Oh, I wanted to say one thing. It's Robin Williams' birthday. And he's one of the reasons I got into comedy. And if he's watching, send us some good vibe. Get us booked. I love him. Remember when I wore my Mork and Mindy shirt? Yeah. And you were like, you're a freak. No, my bright blue hair. Anyways, throwback. Love you, Robin. Love you guys. Go to our website. Go to our Instagram. Go to our LinkedIn. Go to our Facebook. Go to our YouTube. And we'll see you every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday.
Yes, Samantha. What about you? TBH?
Yeah, Sam like TBH.
It's Sam like TBH, which means to be honest, and I knew that because I asked her. And I thought Netflix and chill really meant to watch a TV show and take a nap. I do too, because I've been that chick. Has a girl ever fallen asleep on you? In real life. A guy told me that he's been in therapy for over 20 years because of me.
Oh my God.
You're still married to this day.
No, I'm not. I ran into him. He's like, don't you remember me from WSOU? I guess it's Seton Hall's radio station. It was just so bizarre. And he said, I just want you to know because of you, I've been in therapy for over 20 years. And I said, it's the black-white thing? He goes, no, you fell asleep on me. I was tired. I worked. I had to be at work at 6:30 in the morning. So the night before, I would take the phone off the hook so that I could get there a little later. And people say, I called and it was busy. It looks like I'm there. I don't know why I'm giving you all that information. But I'm giving it to you because I want to see the one and only comedy of this superstar who's going to be the host of Comedy and Basketball because I said so. Let's give it up for the one and only Anya.
You're solid. Appreciate it. Let's get into it real quick and get right. Man, what a day we've had. Mark, you're funny, dog. I love I love his like you're like openly like, oh, these other people couldn't be president, and I'm like looking at the current president like doesn't matter anymore. Like at this point I feel like anybody can get it. You feel me? It's just like gotta be in the right group. Do crime with the right people. Shout out to bro, I guess. Let's get into it. I don't have much. Just wanted to work on a few things. There's a show on the 27th at this place called The Yard. I'll be performing there. I think I'm the only black person on the show, though. Holding it down. So, yeah, let's get into it. I just had a few funny ideas. I know recently Stevie Wonder, he was at this concert or something. I don't know if it's Essence Fest or something. And he had this little speech at the end about like how him being blind allows him to see like the world for what it really is and this, that, and the other. And everyone was like, this is a beautiful moment, because he's like acknowledging the rumors that he could see. And it's like he turned it into like a real like impactful moment that touched a lot of people. And I was like, yeah, that's dope, but I seen you throw a perfect spiral, so I don't know what to think. You feel me? Like, I've seen you throw a perfect spiral. Like, it was like a moment in my childhood. Like, I was like, oh, this nigga, I didn't know he was blind. You feel me? At that point, I'm like, oh, that was a good ass pass. On the money, like, bro caught the pass. I'm like, yo, I've seen you throw a spiral, and he ran a route. So it's like, how did you know where he would be? I don't know. So I don't know if he's blind or not, but I was conflicted because like his speech was so like powerful, but like in my head I have the vision of him throwing a perfect spiral. It fucks with me. I didn't sleep that night. We moved. I recently found out because I was paying health insurance and I was like on auto pay, and something happened with my auto pay. I guess I didn't have it one time, and then they like was tripping and they canceled my health insurance, and I was like, damn, that's unfortunate. So we in the process of getting that back, but I noticed that I still had my dental insurance. So I was like, fuck it. I really don't need health insurance and dental if I can just like get tooth x-rays, and then when they leave the room, just like put whatever part is struggling into the camera. That was my idea. Like, look, you think they would trip on me? Like, that's basically what I'm asking, like, person to person. Like, let's say I go in, like, oh, my jaw hurt, and they doing the tooth x-ray, because you know they leave the room because the shit dangerous, which is scary as hell. When you're growing up as a kid, like, oh, yeah, we doing this x-ray, and they hiding behind the wall. It's like, I'm just with this little cloth, whatever. But, like, I'm just imagining, like, okay, they leave the room, and I'm like, boom, elbow. Now we got the elbow x-ray. You going to delete it? Or just let me see what's going on? You feel me? Like, I don't know, like, as a dentist, is that how an elbow's supposed to look? You feel me? Like, I'm just trying to find ways to work around paying the fee, because now I make more money. They trying to charge me more for my health insurance, and I don't want it anymore. I don't want it at that price. I want the old price. Will I get it? I don't know. We'll find out. We living a little closer to the edge lately, trying to stay safe and whatnot. Any other things I want to work on today? It's gonna be real quick. Oh damn. This is actually kind of sad. My grandma actually passed. That was it's a bit tough. It was 17 years ago. But I still be feeling it. You feel me? I still be feeling it. I feel like I can still use that. Like, if you've met me and you never knew that happened to me, I should be able to use that for like sympathy or like PTO. Like, I feel like you never seen me experience that pain, but it's pain that existed in my life at a point. So like, yes, that was 17 years ago, but I want to miss work today. Like, I don't know. Like, I'm calling out because she passed today. Like, today it affected me, but I've never used that with you as my employer. So I don't know. I just feel like there shouldn't be an expiration date on that. Like, I feel like if anybody passes, I can just like back pocket that and miss them when I desire to miss them. You feel me? Like, is that wrong? I don't know. We grieve in different ways, don't we? Come on now. I thought about that reason. I was trying to go to work this morning. I'm like, damn, bruh, my grandma passed. But that was 17 years ago. But like, still, I should be able to miss work today. Shout out to technology and shit. That shit cool. Technology is cool, but sometimes I feel like it be doing too much. Personally, I don't know if you guys have ever been on Instagram, but Instagram has this fun little thing called the Instagram For You page. And it is very responsive. I feel like as soon as you like one thing, your For You page is like, that's all you like. And I've worked very, very hard to clean up my For You page. Like, it's all basketball, all fun, all memes. It's great. Girls see my phone, they go through my For You page. Oh, wow, you're different. I don't see it. Loved it. It was a good time. Notice I said was. There was this girl who makes videos, and she makes funny videos, but she also does OnlyFans. But she had a funny video that I liked. No ass, no boobage. It was just a funny video. Instagram, it was just a funny video. Now my For You page, nothing but ass. I can't even swipe once without like, damn, what happened to all the funny memes that I've curated for myself? Now this is what Instagram's like, oh, you love this now. Like, no, Instagram. I like to laugh and basketball. Ruin me. I can't even open the app anymore. I feel ashamed. Is this me? Is this the real me? I don't know. I struggle. We're gonna get there. We're gonna get it together. But like I said, I will be back probably another day this week to actually work on jokes. Because I do have a show on the 27th. I mean, this is just reps. You know, I love to just pick up the mic and just get used to holding it again. But yeah, show on the 27th at the Yard. Apparently, I think that's in Hollywood. Do you know where the Yard is? Anyone know where the Yard is? I didn't know until I got booked. So gonna pull up there and see how it goes. Should be fun. It's at 9 p.m. Kind of late show. Match my energy. I like that. It's good to have this energy at 9 p.m. You know, like 9 p.m. and later, this energy makes sense. They're like, oh, he's so tired. Nope, this is just me. But thank y'all so much for listening to my time. I'm gonna go sit down now and let everyone else go because it has been a long day. Okay, Anya West on YEWST, and coming to the stage we have Aaron McIntyre.
Yeah, because 11:30, we gotta go. We got some things to do. We got a date right after this. We're going to have to. Don't smile too much. Yeah, Hunter Biden. I don't know. Anybody want a pony when you were a kid? Anybody? No, there's no women in here except for Sunda. She probably didn't want a pony. But yeah, ponies are a big thing. But who's out there? Who is that N-word out there? That's what you're doing. Should I go out and find out? Well, I can do that. I doubt it. I don't know. Is that my client?
Open up the door, put him on stage, get a camera out there. Just get a hand camera out, show him on YouTube. Prancing around.
Yeah, this is fun. I'm having so much fun up here right now. It's just so much fun checking out the people outside the door who ain't coming in. Nobody's bothering anyone. At least he's got gloves on. That's good. Would you like to invite him in? We could invite him in. They might enjoy my stand-up if I ever get to it. Okay, I won't. I never worry about those people. Oh, are they getting rid of him? Oh, okay.
Thank you, Anya.
Woo, Anya!
That was too wild.
He said he's trying to do it. Mike, I said it's 10 at the door. 10 to get in. He's like, oh, I'm going to get the money. I said, all right, bet.
Good. I think I'm done. I think I've had enough. This is just too much fun. Yeah, so what were people talking about? Oh, so much going on. Yeah, it really is so much going on. I don't understand the whole Christian, all these Christian, I'm sorry, Christian people. If there's Christian people out there, you got to talk to your other Christian people. Because if you're watching comedy, you're probably not one of those people who are like, make them make babies. We got to make babies. We got to have so many. Yeah. Come on in. Yeah. How you doing? I'm good. Listen, what's your name? Mio. Cool. Man, that is quite a beard you got there, my friend. Yeah, that's good. You see, this is what I say all the time, man. I always wanted to be black because, man, look at this. This guy can wear anything. It looks good, right? Yeah. It's a nice clothes because I can't wear shit. Yeah. You okay? Well, you're welcome. Whew. What was I talking about? Yeah, babies everywhere. Yeah. So nobody wanted a pony. Did you want a pony, Sam? Never. Nobody ever wanted a pony. Yeah, it's a good thing because I had a fucking pony. God damn. Oh my God, it was the worst experience of my life. My brother goes to college. I was 6 when my brother was in college, and he decided that we were out in Colorado. He decided he was going to ride in the rodeo. And so he got a horse, and he figured that we needed a horse, too. I needed a horse. I didn't want a fucking horse. I didn't want a horse. I never wanted a horse, but they got me this fucking horse. $10. $10 horse. You know what you get for $10 when you get a horse? A fucking asshole is what you get. You get a terrible, terrible horse. We were out in the rain. It was like 6 people. We couldn't get this horse. The horse is only about that big. We could not get it into the trailer. It's raining and shit. We're trying to drag this thing in. We had to rope the rope thing around and pull him in. Got that thing home, and now we got to break it. So my brother decided he was going to break it himself. Well, you know, that was putting sandbags. You know, you put sandbags on the horse to get it used to something on its back and get it used to the bit, you know, and you do all this stuff to get it ready to go. And then it's time to put a human on there. Guess what human they decided needed to go on that pony? That's right, Hunter. It was me. It was me. They put me on the fucking horse. 6 years old, took me down to a creek bed, throw me up on the horse. The horse bucks me off on my head. I start crying. He goes, oh, you got to get up. You can't let the horse know that you're scared of him. It's like, I'm not fucking scared of this horse. I fucking hate the horse. I just don't want to have anything to do with the horse. 4 or 5 more times, I don't know, I'm fucking crying. They decide, oh, okay. So finally they get me calmed down enough they could put me on the horse. They put me on this pony, and they decide they're going to walk up to the house to show mom and dad that they actually did it, or I actually did it. They didn't do shit, but throw me back up on the horse. And we get to a ditch, and the thing jumps across the ditch, and I fall right on the asphalt on my head. So start crying again. They got to bring me back up, but... yeah, that was a mean horse. And never liked him. Never wanted to ride him, but they would make me. And then one day, it was a good day, and it was also a very sad day because I'm going to school on the bus, and I look out the window, and there's my dead horse in the ditch. You know, just drove right by. I looked out, and I was, oh, that's fucking Puzzle. That's my horse. Fucking Puzzles. Yeah, that's right. His name was Puzzles. His name was Puzzles. My sister was like 16. She had a friend who had this huge Appaloosa. I mean, these fucking horses are like huge. But he was a tame horse. You know, he was a good horse. You know, he wouldn't buck you off or anything like that. Wouldn't bite you, which is the other thing that's Shetland. They will bite you like, and when a horse bites you, man, they know how to fucking, they can cut a carrot. You know what I mean? So if they can cut a carrot, it's fucking bad. So anyway, it was this huge horse, and I'm a 16-year-old girl. And so anytime we go riding, they would have me ride the Appaloosa, which is this huge horse. So my fucking legs are like this. You know, I'm 6 years old on this huge horse riding around. But the older horses get, when you put a saddle on them, they learn that if they bloat their stomach when you're cinching it down and then they let it out, then the saddle won't be, you know, it won't bother them. It also won't fucking stay on their back. So we're loping through this fucking field on this fucking horse. My sister's 16-year-old friend is riding Puzzles, and her feet are bouncing on the ground because the horse is so small. Riding across this thing, and all of a sudden, yep, sure enough, the saddle just goes, shoop, and I go right under the fucking horse. So I didn't have very good luck with horses. And then when we got back, we left for 2 years. When we got back, they decided I needed another horse. I didn't want a fucking horse. So they went out and bought a Pinto. Guess what that fucking Pinto's name was? Billy Buck. What kind of horse you think you're going to get with a Billy Buck? Am I right? You know, it's a terrible, terrible horse. You were talking about therapists. I only get hot women for therapists. I just, you know, I have to have something to look at for an hour because that's pretty much all I do. Yeah, I found out. Also, anybody else do 23andMe or Ancestry.com? Find out. You know, you find out, you know, your lineage and how many cousins you got and second cousins and all that kind of shit. So you find out what you got. You can also find out if you have, like, a certain disease or something that runs in your family. And I found out I have something. I've got a 40-year-old daughter. And, yeah, I didn't know about her. It was the 70s, you know. We were all getting it on out there. But, yeah, she's 40. And... you know, I have, you know, been looking into a few things in the Bible, and I'm thinking about selling her into slavery. But I think the statute of limitations is probably out because she's 40. Probably can't sell her anymore. And I don't think I can sell her anyway because I didn't raise her. It's all right. She was raised by my best friend. So you can see what went on there. Okay. Yeah. It was great fun. I just want to let you know, I do teach classes here 7 p.m. every Tuesday night. It's a drop-in class. You can show up. We work on some comedy scripts, and also I made a short film that's going to be playing at the Broadwater on Thursday, this Thursday the 24th. There's a show at 7 p.m. and another one at 8:30 p.m. It's great fun. It's a bunch of little 5-minute plays and I think 2 or 3 short films. And come on over because it's a lot of fun. And with that, I will pass it over to another person he's been over there working on his set. I could see that he's working on his set. Will Cable, ladies and gentlemen, put it together, Will Cable.
I haven't been thinking, should I do my set? I have a 12-step program that I'm not attending, but they asked me to perform. They're great. They're great I'm sure you've performed there. Everyone. They're great audiences. They're party people, or they used to be. Wow, I'm off now. Well, that's what I was thinking of. But you all have heard my set a zillion times. Doesn't matter. All right. We don't matter. All right.
You don't want to trigger them. If it's drug and alcohol, you don't want to trigger them.
Oh, I've worked there before. They love me. I won't trigger them. Because I walk up and the first thing I say is, I bet you all didn't know Tony Hawk was in a 12-step program. And that gets them going. And then I say, no, William Zabka from Karate Kid is in a 12-step program. And we all know Shaggy from Scooby-Doo. He definitely was in that 12-step program. I have a familiar face. Wayne Gretzky was in a 12-step program, for all of you that know hockey. Yeah, I can go on and on. Those guys have done something with this face. I'm 54 and still trying. Still trying. Yeah. My son has a better looking face than this. Straight A student, varsity athlete, such a disappointment. Yeah, I mean, we're a little different. When he was 7, he hit the game-winning run in Little League. On the way home in the car, he said, "Dad, you have no idea what it's like to be as good as me." I said, "No, son, I don't, but keep pushing the car. We're almost to the gas station." Oh, man, he's all about baseball. He came home from baseball practice the other day, head down, right into his room, slammed the door. And my wife and I were like, well, should we tell him we're going out? I'll do it. Walked up to the closed door, could hear him in there berating his friends on Xbox, flexing in the mirror. Whatever a teenage narcissist does, that's what was going on in there. So I said, screw it. I'm not going to, he's not going to notice we're gone. We go to our concert for the evening, and we get out of the lift, and immediately this really shady-looking guy comes up to us. And he says, do I need any shrooms, Molly, or doses? And I said, whoa, buddy. We are parents with all parents have children. You better give us all 3. We don't get out much. God damn it, I need it. So for about, $75, we're feeling good for a change. Walk along, Shakedown Street. Of course, we're at a Dead & Company show. Hear that didgeridoo in the background, that blah. Oh, it's FaceTime. Dad, I broke my nose. No, you didn't. Not tonight. Click. Right back in the pocket. I mean, no, his nose wasn't broken. I just seen him. I mean, right? No, he couldn't have broken his nose in a half an hour. And as far as I cared, it wasn't broken. And I was seeing paisleys and unicorns. That's the only nose I saw. Oh, man. Yeah, baseball. I just keep coming back to thinking about baseball with him. He actually is pretty good. I helped him in a way that I think non-baseball parents can only help, because he would demand that I pitch to him. And seeing as how I was unemployed when he was little, he got a lot of practice. You know, we'd go up to the field, I'd get a bucket of balls, a bucket of beers, and I'd just pitch to him. And I wasn't any good. And eventually he'd be like, hey, Dad, you know, can you start getting him over the plate? And I'd say, well, it's baseball. Not everyone's going to be a strike. And he'd say, well, how about you throw a baseball, not a beer bottle? Say, don't worry, I got more of both. Oh, man. Yeah, we have fun. That kid. Kids. I have another son. How could I forget about this one? He's a little different. How can I put this? The artistic one. The left-handed one. The always naked one. I mean, yeah, and when I say naked, it's not I'm a nudist. It's just I've forgotten to put on clothes. Often I'll be laying there on the couch in the evening, and the shower goes off, and I'll feel the moisture right next to me, and I'll look up, and there he is. Soap running out of his hair, dry, unused towel thrown over his shoulder, saying, Dad, I had an idea. Now, again, I'm a good dad, a modern dad. I don't want to stifle the creativity. So I say, all right, son, tell me what your idea is. And he goes, I'm going to start one-way or nonstop flight from LAX to Bali. 17 3/4 hours, going to be a game changer. Now, I don't think that's that great idea. And I don't say anything except for once. I had to tell him when I ran into him in his room. Again, he was naked coming around the corner. I was naked too. Although I had rinsed the soap out of my hair and dried off. And when he bumped into me, I said, Adam, you have got to rinse the soap out of your hair and dry off before getting out of the shower. And he looked right at me and he said, Dad, when you're frying chicken, the best kind is double battered, like they serve on the flight from LAX to Bali. Oh my God. Yeah. Yeah, why was I in the room naked? Well, no, there's a good explanation for this. That they're both older than now, 18 and whatnot. Same height as me. They take all of my clothes. I don't have any shirts. I don't have any shoes. I don't have anything. You would think seeing your grown-ass father flopping around all bent over naked in your would deter you. Nope. And if they run out of my clothes, they'll take my wife's. Especially the older one. He came in with cable knit sweater and some really nice, good feeling pants and said, Dad, I love these. I said, they're not mine, son. They're your mom. Well, regardless, they're mine now. We went out again this past weekend. I heard her in there saying, Nicholas, can I borrow my pants? He said yes. I mean, she looked nice in them too. He looks even good in her pumps, her heels. It's all good. It's all good. Yeah. Oh boy. And then what's going on here? My wife. Yeah, she she's another good one. Yeah, the most loving, caring, Charles Manson obsessed woman you will ever meet. I mean, come on. I know about Wojciech Fryczowski. I know about Cielo Drive. I don't want to know about all this, but I do. Apparently, there's a new thing with the CIA, and probably Hunter Biden was involved somehow. I don't know. I don't know. Imagine if Manson was a crackhead. I don't know. It could only be goes. Oh my God, I'm lost tonight. I don't know what happened. I don't like the flip-flops. I really don't. Anyway. All right. We'll give it the light. Let's see if I can think about this once more thing. We can talk about my dad. He was a Navy captain. As you can tell, I come from a military background. Navy captain doesn't hear the word no much. Yeah, he had a yes men, about 70 men on a ship, and when he would come home, the yes man consisted of moi. The phrase I didn't like hearing growing up was, son, I need your help for a minute. Often it was followed by, your hands are smaller than mine. That would mean I would have to go out and work on the Volkswagen Squareback. Apparently, Volkswagen Squarebacks are only meant to be worked on by elves in Germany or 7-year-olds under the direction of men that drive boats around nations in time of conflict. All right, I'm Will Cable. I'll give my scattered mind back, and you can find me on @WillCable everywhere, and I guess at a 12-step program performing very soon.
Yeah.
All right, bye.
And remember, like, you know, if you have to work on something for 5 minutes, don't think that you're going to do the 5 minutes and then, like, nah. You got to really give your heart here for your 5 minutes.
I do.
Yeah, because you know what? When you say things like, I'm going to break it in half. Okay, here's my other 5 minutes. Here's my first 5 minutes. Here's what I said. No, you want to be able to tell everything in that 5 minutes. People, places, names, and things. Get it right out there. This is who I am. This is what I do. And then, as a matter of fact, this joke you have, you know, as a matter of fact, I got 2 sons. You have to necessarily give the names, but I think if you got to that quicker, he's standing there, and and my wife is like, those look nice on you. And he's like, yeah, me too. But you can wear 'em. I like the way you used to do the throwaway lines. When you're having fun. When you get stuck like that with your mouth, turn your head and just blow it out, because it happens. Where was I? What was I going to say? But you're thinking of it as so rehearsed, and it has to come naturally because it's your story.
It is my story.
It's your fucking story, man. It's organic. It's coming from you. Does that take it to another level? You see that? Taking it to another level over here. Yes, you're welcome. I'm sorry, but I just wanted to tell you. When you do the drug thing, you got to be careful not for specificity. There can make them get ready to get high. I didn't know that. Somebody said, "Man, you're doing that bit. I wanted to go to the bathroom right there," and I was like, maybe I should play it for myself, so I can go to the bathroom. And what name are we going under?
My name is Mio.
You got it. Mio. Mio, Mio's coming and me want to go home. Yes, darling, you're going to go up. When you see the light, that means you have 2 minutes, okay? We'll show you the light so you'll see it. Yep, there you go. All right, come on, let's give it up for Mio.
Get this mic right here. Pericua? Pericua?
Parece, pero no. No soy boricua, pero todo parece boricua.
No habla español?
Yo entiendo más que hablar.
Hey, yeah. I tell you, man. Okay, I tell you, my. Who speaks Spanish? Okay. Mira, I'll tell you a little something. I just get out the pen, okay? 30 years. 30 fucking years, man. I get caught with a fucking dime bag. 30 years in Texas, you know. But it's okay, man. I see the YouTube, and I say, you know, I want to go there. I want to be somebody. I want to be somebody, man, you know. And when I went in, gas was 99 cents. I come out, $6. I don't have a car, but it's okay. Cigarettes, 25. It's 25 cents. Nobody like me because I come out, but you know, what are you gonna do? I got high, you know. But I tell you the truth, why I come here tonight. I sit over there and I see this guy. This guy was over here, and I'm looking for him. I know, you know, I saw him. I got to bring my chuletas and my guns. Got my gun in the car. I know it's not funny. I know it's not funny, but you know, I got high. I just got out. I was married to that chick for 30 years. 30 years I was locked up in that house. That lady. It's like you eating the same chicken over and over and over again. Nothing changed. Nothing changed, man. So I come here tonight to be with you. YouTube. Instagram. The only Instagram I knew, you know, was a little bit of Colombian shit, you know. only Instagram. Now I come out. You got Instagram, TikTok. It's all this bullshit. I tried to date a lady on the bus. She don't want to date me. I don't know. I say, hey, you want to go somewhere? She say, you ain't got no money. I said, I got some money. It's on his card. They gave me. It's a EBTTT, something. EBTT, I put in. They gave me a few thousand in food stamps. You can't go wrong. It's United States. It's a home of the free. And now I'm free. I feel like I'm home. I don't know, you know. Probation officer come to mi casa. He say, hey, Mio. Oh, I forgot to tell you my last name is off. I forgot to tell you my first name is Jack. Jack me off. I heard that a long time ago, you know. But probation officer come, he say, hey, man, you know, you're not doing right. You don't get a job. You got to get a job. That's okay. I go get a job. What do you want me to do? He said, I don't know. You do something. So I called my old friend. He got Colombian ties. Sell some Kiko, cocaine. I tell you the real reason I came tonight. I'm looking for this one guy. I see him on YouTube. I'm looking for him. He fucked my sister 30 years ago. Lover. I'm here to find Lover. You know where he is. That's all I got, man. That's all I got. Go back to jail. Fuck this shit. No, serious, man. Fuck this shit, man. The fucking world is fucking chaotic. I was getting 3 meals a day. Fucking had my toilet. I had my fucking bed. I look at the fucking poster. I had a poster. It was fucking Selena. I had shit in there, you know. Now I ain't got nothing. I ain't got nothing. What are you gonna do? Fucking EBT card. Food stamps. Fucking they send me these posters and shit in the mail. You want some money? So yeah, I want some money. I put the paper on and say you're a convict. You don't get no money. What do you want me to do? It's no catch fucking 22. I gotta go to jail. That's where I belong, man. Fucking these people, they got me fucked up. I got fucking fucked up. But what are you gonna do, man? Okay, thank you. My last $10, I give you to you. Fucking.
Bring up somebody because you speak Spanish so well. Billy Ramirez.
Okay. Hey, you too. Pay attention. The next guy up here is gonna be my buddy. Is Billy Ramirez. We like this. Okay.
Cuidado un poquito aquí. You look like a super from Brooklyn or something. Yeah. All right, but Angelo went the other way, by the way. Anyways, yeah. That was fun. That was what the fuck? Like, first I thought we were gonna get like shot or something, and then I saw him like, oh, that's Angelo. Yeah, anyway, his phone's still here, by the way. Anyways, all right, let's work on. I got a show August 3rd at the Haha, 6 minutes. So let's see if I can put together a set. Anyways, so thank you for joining me here. My little stand-up comedy set, which is surely a sign of my midlife crisis. And yeah, so now that I'm in my 40s, I'm entering middle age. You know, I've just come to accept the fact that I am not, never have been, and never will be a badass. Like if I were in the movie Die Hard, it would have been 15 minutes and called Dead. If I were in the movie Taken, it'd still just be called Taken, but that's all that would happen. Like no rescue whatsoever. Like you just got taken. I'm sorry to tell you, but. Now that I'm in my 40s and I've been working on myself a little bit, I've come to terms with the fact that I have confidence and anxiety issues, and I battled them my entire life. And looking back on my life for comedic material, I've realized that the reason for that is because I grew up under the rule of la chancla. So I know you probably couldn't tell because of the everything, but I am Latino, first generation Mexican American. And I was raised under the rule of la chancla. If you don't know what la chancla is, it's for some women, it's a piece of footwear and also a disciplinary device. And my mom was lethal with it. She could deploy it short range and just whack me upside the face, like she was trying to win one of those new power slap competitions. She could have been a power chancla champion for sure. She could also deploy it long range. If I were in my room and she thought I was acting up or screwing around or something, all of a sudden from around the corner, a chancla would appear and just smack me upside the head, and it would return to her. And I never learned how she did that because, as far as I know, she never met an Australian in her life or ever been to Australia. I don't know how she figured out how to boomerang that thing, but she was deadly with it. She could wield that with the precision of a Dominican relief pitcher. And then, but every now and then she'd get a little heavy-handed with the chancla, and I could rest for a couple days when her elbow tendinitis would start acting up, and every now and then I would hope that maybe it gets so bad enough that she'd have to get that Tommy John surgery that pitchers have to get, but in her case it'd be a Tomas Juan. But with my luck, she would just learn how to just kick it directly off her foot, like she was trying to win the World Cup on penalty kicks. Yeah, and then the effects of la chancla are still with me to this day. For example, I live off of Santa Monica Boulevard, and I was walking past Cafe 50s outside, and there was this lady. She had just finished up her lunch. She was ready to go and leave, and she reached down to adjust her sandal, and I almost dove into traffic because I was not going to take any chances. The chancla doesn't ask any questions. My parents, my mom and my dad, they did their best. They sent both my brother and I to college, and we graduated. We both have degrees. But at the same time, somebody's best could be a C-. And sometimes when I'm hanging out in my not a house, lying in bed alone, or reviewing my portfolio, which is nothing more than a trapper keeper full of coupons. It's the one with the triangle. That's my favorite one. I wonder what heights could I have reached if I had just taken fewer chanclazos growing up, if I had taken fewer chancla smacks, which are also part of a nutritious breakfast in a Latino household. I wonder what heights I could have reached. Maybe I could have been VP of marketing at some sort of Fortune 500 company and had one of those KY 401s or whatever it's called, But no, instead I have 5 hustles going on right now trying to get by, one of which is doing moving work, which is nice because it brings in money, and also sometimes I don't feel Mexican enough, so it's nice to do some manual labor. Plus, as a bonus, now with ice running around, I can go to Home Depot and pick up a shift really, really quickly. Maybe I also could have been one of those successful bilingual lawyers you see on LA with the billboards, did you slip on a churro at Disneyland? Call me, Te partiste la madre con un pinche churro en Disneylandia, llámame, but no, but like I said, my parents, they did their best, but, I think maybe I just took too many chanclazos growing up, and I got smacked past potential lawyer, potential scientist, potential doctor, and all the way over to liberal arts degree. Yeah. And by the time I got to college, I was so anxiety-riddled and exhausted that I ended up taking the most default fallback degree there is. Anyone care to guess what that is?
French history.
Close. Communication. I ended up graduating with a communication degree. And it's a degree so disrespected that The Simpsons made fun of it while I was pursuing my oh-so-lucrative communication degree. And I ignored the warning. Actually, just the fact that I'm a middle-aged man trying comedy means that I've ignored all the warnings in my life. But in this episode of The Simpsons, the kicker for Springfield University injures his leg in the big rivalry game. And in the locker room, Dr. Julius Hibbert tries to comfort him, and he tells him, "Oh, I'm afraid your playing days are over. At least you can fall back on your degree in communications. Oh, dear Lord, no." And the kicker goes, "Yes, I know. He's a funny major. Lubchenko learned nothing." Well, that joke is funny to me again. Or it's funny to me now because it's 25 years later and they say comedy is tragedy plus time. And, well, enough time has passed, and the tragedy is a communication degree. Thank you very much. So that's all I have planned. But I have more questions and material now because you can buy sex toys at Target? Really? In CVS, like fleshlights and whatnot?
Salt Lake City, Utah.
Wow. I would never. Wow, I would never look at someone in the face if I were to buy it. I do all mine online. Yeah, with a fake name, and then I ship it to a neighbor's address and just wait for the package to arrive. But anyways, that's all I have planned for today. It's been nice being here at Manic Monday, and it's been nice having a special guest with Jack Meoff, who just joined us right now, who's looking for Angela Lobo. And so please welcome back to stage to wrap it up, our rock, our queen, Sunda Kornquist.
Oh, when you say rock, I think bass. That's a song. It's a song. Do 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 rock. Do 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 bass. You never heard that one? No. White line blows away. No, okay. I will tell you, you can't bring your family anywhere. I had my Aunt Lois, God rest her soul. She was working a party for me, and one of the guys from Trinidad got turned on by girls with big butts. No, she's my auntie, and he can't get turned on, but he did, and he said, I want to know if she indulges, and I was like, she can't do that. She can't, because she won't stop. Can you imagine if she was hoarding cocaine? It was a great night tonight. With or without teeth, I'm funny, okay? I'm funnier now without them, but if you want to know how I got this smile, it's from Dr. Stephen Roth, and his saying is, smiles change lives. And the only one that knows what I'm going through here is Mr. White, because he's got to get me somehow on camera where I'm like, that kind of stuff. And when I come to your house, I'll be sure to be naked. I still tell you that. Because we're always naked in my house, always naked. And I will give you my last on Aviva. She says one day, we're getting busy, and so I hear this at the door. For whatever reason, you would think that we were 15 in the back seat of a car. We were like, oh, oh! You know, he's hysterical. And I go, Aviva, what is it? I go, what do you want? And she goes, oh, go ahead. She goes, finish. How can you finish? You can't just tell your father to do it again. You've already taken it out of him. But they wanted Disneyland. And they were pimping me out. I'm pimping you all out, too. You guys need to work on your cold copy. You got cold copy, work on it. Bring in something. You saw something on TV you want to work out? Aaron's here for that. It's also going to help you with your voiceovers. When you do a script, it's going to help you. Can you yawn a little louder? I love him madly, but he had one cavity in his life. That's all I ever hear about. And then Dr. Roth ruined his teeth. Dentists are crooks.
No, this guy's a criminal. And what's worse is he's friends with my brother and sister. Oh, that one?
That one, yeah. I've been through them. I've got a great female now. I just want to tell you that that's why I can't. I was thinking about up here. I can't go to her to pull out my tooth. I have to go to, this is so racist and sexist, but I need that bald-headed Jew to pull this tooth. I'm not having no dainty girl just trying to pull up. It's not happening. That's okay. It has nothing to do with this. She's dainty. Yes, she is. You never even met her. You never met her. Oh, Maron, Mark. That's it. That's it. Everybody, good night. Thank you, everyone. Bum, 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 ba-dum, ba-dum, bum. Where are you running?